Alright, hope everybody's doing well today. I decided to make a video about something I haven't talked about in a long time, and I also wanted to show autograph requests that came in the mail today. So for those people who like to see those, I'll do that first, and then you can choose to watch the rest of the video or just keep going to the next one. But this one came out of Des Moines, Iowa, and it's got one of the best cancels I've ever seen. Des Moines, Iowa, and this is dog bite awareness. Really cool. I'm going to save that dog bite awareness cancel. I'll put that with the card that came in here, and it says some sort of slogan there below it that I cannot read. If a dog something, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's a very clear cancel more or less, and a very small font there, so I will have to read and see what that is, but hopefully you can see that there. If I try to get it zoom in there too far, I don't know where exactly to put this here, but this one, and this is an unusual one. This is one I sent out for Battle of the Decades, and it didn't come back in time, but anyway, it's okay. This is a card that always comes back altered. So if you know what these are all about here with the black corner on there, this is none other than the famous toothbrushing card of Turk Wendell. I'm not sure what got on there. There's some kind of damage to the card there. I really don't know. There's a weird spot on the top there. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's part of the card, but it felt kind of sticky there. Some kind of damage there. But anyway, Turk Wendell Diamond debuts, and he's brushing the toothbrushing card there. He's got a Coca-Cola cup with a water fountain and all that fun stuff there. Like he's in the bathroom at McDonald's or something. I have no idea. But anyway, so that's really cool to have that one. He likes to do that little doodle on the corner there. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but I guess he's kind of one of those kind of guys that likes to do, you know, like the spaceman, Bill, what's his name? Speaking of spaceman, I'll talk about that in a minute here, but Bill Lee, I think, Bill Lee, Spaceman Lee. Anyway, we'll get to that one later, one of these days there. So there is that one there. Very, very nice. He has something, Turk Wendell, and he says something down there. Maybe that's his number. I really don't know what that is. But anyway, very, very fun to have that card. I haven't had that card super long there, but you know, I remember having that as a kid probably and didn't keep it. I just thought it was unusual and weird and just went out the other cards there. I'll get rid of Snapfish here. Went to the post office and I picked up some stamps here. Your post office may still have these. I don't know how much they purchased for my local post office, but I seem to be the only one buying these, and these are the Osiris Rex stamps. These stamps came out way back in August or September of that particular time frame, so I got another sheet of these space stamps here. It's always cool. You can do stuff with these little decals here in the corner there, trim them up and put them on different corners of letters, and that's probably what I will do. And I'm getting ready to send off several autograph requests. I wanted to send off to an author, and this particular author, if I have his book here, this is a space author, and this is kind of an update to my space collection. If you don't know, I have probably 50 to 100 videos that have some sort of space artifact slash autograph in some of the videos. They don't always say NASA on them, but a majority of them do. So take a look at those if you haven't seen those. Some of those are my most popular, and some of them are my most not viewed videos. But I picked this up at Dollar Tree a number of weeks ago, about a month ago. Spaceman by Mike Massimino. I think he's still a good signer, and a lot of these authors love to sign book plates for their books there, so I'm going to send one out to him. I already have his autograph, but I thought it'd be nice to have that, and so that will go in page number 1, 2, and 3, probably right in there. Probably right in there if I send a book plate small enough. Or I could throw it on one of these two other pages here. It's my choice where I want to put that there, the best possible place. So check out your Dollar Tree to see if there's still a copy of this. This was the only copy I found at mine. But it was neat to get that for $1.25, and we don't have tax here. So, one of the things I like to do is I like to use space stamps if I can get them, and use those for my TTM letters there through the mail autographs. I have hundreds. I have way more than you can even fathom. I mean, some of these have autograph requests in it, but those are almost all space first day event slash event covers right there. And you can get a sense of what they look like by here. Some of these have addresses on them, and that means somebody ordered them, and then that was their envelope that came back as return, or they put their return on every envelope. They didn't want to have extra postage so it doesn't bother them. See, back in the day, people were not concerned about mint. They just wanted the envelope. They didn't care how mint it was. So they wrote their addresses on them. Many times, like the one above it, I've covered it with a sticker there, and hopefully if I ever send that off to somebody, then they can autograph that sticker, autograph next to it, and I can deal with it later. But it takes away from the collectability of that. So a lot of my autograph covers, the first ones I got had addresses on them, and I had to figure out how to cover them up. So that's binder number 1, and I have 2 of those. And you cannot buy these binders any further. They've been out of circulation for a very, very long time. And then I have the giant binders. You know, the people who collect NASA and space-related autographs, they know who they are. But nobody has a binder that big. If you do, let me know, because this is all autographs in here. 95% of my collection, maybe even more than that, were all autographs through the mail. Very, very few of them were purchased on eBay, and there were even probably fewer that purchased at events. So I would say, you know, do your homework, because I'm looking up some of these guys that are free signers and people are asking $75. And then I say, well, can you find a cheaper one? I don't want to take a chance that I get some sort of copy autograph or a forgery or auto pen. But the other thing is that I am worried about somebody just, you know, throwing a TTM onto the eBay for $75. And there are not any cheaper ones. Some of these, there's only one at a time, and that's why they charge $75 or more for some of these crazy things. What once used to be a $2 to $10 autograph is now $40 to $50. You know, these things happen. But I wanted to write to several people here, and this is just, again, for those who don't know, I collected hundreds of NASA autographs. I had the ultimate goal. I said, I'm going to take a goal that no one has ever tried or attempted from what I know. That's at least on the YouTube platform. I don't care about all the other platforms I don't know, because people started collecting NASA autographs, getting the Hall of Fame autographs way before I did. But again, a lot of people are proud of their collections, not realizing that half of them are auto pen. And I have some auto pens in my collection I bought just for my own education. So James Allen Jokey, or I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, MD, he was some sort of flight controller and mission control in Texas during Apollo 11. So I thought, well, shoot, I've got the perfect envelope right here. I'm going to send him this one here. I need to see if I have any others of these. And I've had people sign these before. But I think it's Alan Contessa. Somebody Contessa has unfortunately signed the back there, and I didn't realize. So I'm looking around for Apollo 11 envelopes, and I'm not seeing a whole lot in my collection here. So I have to either go to the Canada website, which I have featured numerous times on this video, so you can maybe try to look for that. I can't provide everybody with all the secrets and tips and stuff like that. It takes a little while if you're in the United States, but it's well worth the wait. It's not nearly as long as COMC. It's probably like a number of weeks, you know, 2 or 3 weeks that they get here. And then but you have to buy a minimum amount of them. Some they start at like 60 cents. They used to have sales, and their shipping is really cheap, and they come back with some really nice stamps on the envelope there. But I wanted to send out to this guy because I'm pretty sure I don't have him. I can always not ever be sure, because my checklists, which are in yet another binder, my checklist here, will just show you here that here is a checklist here. And unfortunately, William Anders, that just passed away, I did not have him marked off on my list here. But you can see how many astronauts there are. Some of these I do have since, so I have to go through and see. And I'll have to go through, you know, a lot of these are marked as deceased, and a lot more have been, since I could have used the last couple years as an opportunity to work on this collection, and I did not. I did some, but just only piecemeal hit and miss there. So there's an awful lot of, these are all astronauts, mind you. Not every one of them went up into space, but these are people that were technically studying and training as astronauts. So it's always nice to get some of these, you know, lesser ones, you know, because when time comes to shove, you're not going to be able to get these, and you're going to be up a creek without a paddle. But here is the major list here, finished sheet number 1, and this is my NASA space shuttle list, and I've got every possible mission you can get. When I say possible, there are other missions that were canceled, and they didn't always make envelopes for them, scrubbed missions. And then there are also, you know, Columbia and Challenger, and you cannot get those, you know, or at least if you do, it's not a good thing to get those, because they were the astronauts and the space people have basically agreed to never sign anything related to those particular shuttle disasters. So you will not, best not to get that stuff because it may not be legit. So there's some really rare pieces out there that were probably signed before, but again, the general consensus is if it has anything to do with those particular shuttle missions, 51L I think it was, and then the other one I can't think of it right now. Those are basically taboo to get signed. So I've had those come back unsigned. That I did not know. I just expressed my interest and sadness and all the different things that you would express in a letter, and then I said it's just a piece of history that I'm saving for myself, and they don't want that to ever get out into the marketplace there, because as honest as I'm being right now, one of these days my collection might get out to the marketplace and I could have about $4,000 worth of autographs. Seriously, I really could if you amortize these all like $20 a piece or something like that, and then you find the bigger ones of 50 to 100 and that sort of stuff. But anyway, so that's one person, and then there was another person I was going to write to. I was going to write to John Tribe, who is also connected to the Apollo program there. He's from England. He lives in the States here, so I threw on a Thomas the Tank Engine sticker there because I didn't have any space stickers at the moment, except for the ones that just came on that sheet there. Then I'm going through my binder trying to get ready for making this video, and I saw John Tribe's autograph on an envelope. Now, I couldn't remember if that was one that I purchased or if that was one that at the stamp show, because I got a bunch of them for $3 a piece. No one has ever gotten NASA autographs for $3 a piece, not even on eBay. And I was able to get legit ones because these are second-tier astronauts, so on and so forth, shuttle astronauts, and I got them through the mail through their private addresses, and the autographs matched. So unless the wife is signing for them, which we can never always be sure of, they're pretty much legit, the ones that I purchased. Then what happened is that 3/4 to a year later, I went back to the same vendor, and he still had them on his table for $3 a piece. That was absolutely silly. Nobody wanted to take a chance. No one. And that's just how stamp shows go. If you don't go to a stamp show, you will not be able to find the bargains. And people like that stamp show, it's not going to do anything. It's just a bunch of old guys with a bunch of expensive stamps that have different variations that I could even care less. Kind of going on with the blue and the red one. And I understand that. And I don't participate in stamp clubs and stuff because the absolutely tomfoolery. It's like, people who listen to Rush in their basement playing at Dungeons and Dragons and only come up for a dinner or so if they're told to, and all that kind of stuff. No, that's not how it is. That's how it is, but it's not me. So I just get in and get out. I buy my stuff there. I can only handle these guys for about an hour or two, and then okay, I have to go. As nice as they are. So anyway, there is that. And then, like I said, I've already written to him, so unfortunately, or I've already got his autograph, so I got to figure out how to redo the letter there to make it sound like I'm just asking to get this one. So the item that I was going to send him was an Apollo 16 envelope because he had an interesting story on YouTube about him and Charlie Duke. Somehow Charlie Duke managed to get on the shuttle or the Apollo mission with somebody else. It got switched around. Somehow he goofed up. Something got goofed up, and it allowed Charlie Duke a spot on the thing or whatever. So it was kind of cool. And Charlie Duke shook his hand years later. I said the Charlie Duke incident. This is what I said there. So, again, these things are sourced through many address forum sites like Star Tiger, Sports Card Forum, and there's like fanmail.biz, numerous other ones. I don't know if Sports Lots would have, or Sports, sorry, not Sports Lots, that other website, sports.net, sportscards. I can't think of, I don't use that one. That's another pay site. But I try to use the free sites here. And then again, if you can find James Allen Jokey, it's very possible that you could find maybe only one of those, or do some little investigative research and get his autograph through a free site, or just, find it on the internet somehow. So that's pretty much the update of my collection. Is I'm going to get back to that. But one of the problems here is I don't have anything open here. Going through, and it's getting difficult to find. That's just some Apollo stuff there. I don't know what this is here. But I was looking up. So this is one of my favorite vendors, and I bought lots, and I bought out all his dollar envelopes years ago. Almost every dollar one he had, the dollar free shipping ones, I got all of those. It looks like he's basically doing auctions now and doesn't have very many buy it nows. Maybe he removed them for being on vacation, but a lot of stuff is not there. So I noticed a lot of people have cut back, and there's new vendors since I've this is kind of cool. This is some sort of Star Trek thing here. It doesn't have anything really to do with actual space, so I don't know how I would get that some astronaut to sign that there. But see, here we go. Here's one right here. Bidding ended. Oops. June 10th. Oh, bidding ended today. Whoops. What was this one here? So it says Sigmund John, and it says signed question mark. So we don't know if this is an actual signed one, or it's the picture's quality isn't all that very good there. And more than likely it wasn't signed. It's kind of like really blurry, almost like it was printed on there. We don't know about that one there. It's just kind of weird. So I wouldn't have taken a chance on that one. But it was $2.50 free shipping there, and nobody really bought that one. And it's quite possible he really did sign it. It might have been a rough kind of piece of paper, but it just looks like it's printed on there somehow, because there's a weird line that goes this way here, and then it looks like it's almost chopped off there. So really don't know about that one there. So that was best to just not mess with that one. Again, I don't really particularly care. But again, what I was getting at here is that the prices have come up a little bit and they've come back down. But for any cover you're looking at is between $3 and $5 for a decent one. You can get better deals if you buy in bulk from some, because of the shipping here. This guy nicely has free shipping, but not everybody is going to do that here. I'm going to go back to that here if I can get to it here. So again, I'm looking for Apollo 11. So we'll just go to Apollo 11, and then we'll just see if there's any here, and then we just go to, see, there's a few here. So 350, and most of them are going to be for the crew that, see, here's a splashdown. So this one here is a splashdown cover there, and that's, the recovery force, or whatever you want to call it, the people that basically rescued and I'm not sure what all this here. Somebody's written something there. I don't know what that even means there. Who knows? And it's possible this guy signed this one here, whoever this guy is. It's really pretty poor autograph there. But sometimes there are also the people who design the envelopes too, so you have to be careful looking at those. And we go back to here. There's another one here and another one here. This is more of a typical looking one here. Man's Greatest Adventure, 3 Steps, and the Moon. So that's a neat one there, but you can see this address here. That's basically usually the person who created that stamped their address on there in the corner. Not always, but those are the people, and so you gotta, see if you want one with that or not. It's really hard to find an empty one without an address on there. So you gotta watch what you're doing there. I know the picture quality here is probably not great, but this is just a little tidbit of how I do some NASA autographing here, and hopefully I will get these two people soon. I was thinking about finding an envelope for Gwion Bluford to sign, because I haven't gotten him to sign in a long time. I got his autograph a couple times. It's been probably 8 years since I've sent anything. He probably will not remember me at all. But anyway, I think I'm going to finish the video now. I just wanted to let people know that I'm a NASA collector, if you did not know that. And there's various opportunities, all kinds of fun opportunities. Here's one somebody made here. Look at this one. This is fun. So somebody took an old 1960s Cape Canaveral, 1962, and they just turned it into a piece of artwork here. They drew an alien on it, and it says, what do you call an alien with eyes? With 3 eyes? An alien. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. So this guy, so he's a ace. There's a group of collectors that basically do art mail, and he's part of this ace group or whatever. So that's what he did there, and it does not have any value, but I just think it's kind of fun that somebody did that. So very clever, and there's tons of these things out here. You can do your own Scott Reindeer Studios type stuff on these space envelopes or any kind of thing. Just make customs and send them out. They're very cheap to buy. You can basically go to the eBay or that Canadian buck a cover, just buy whatever space covers you want, do whatever artwork you want on it, and make customs, and have a fun time with it. And thank you for watching.